Good evening, you're watching Primetime News coming to you live and direct from our Newsfirst studios here in Colombo. Bringing you the news, I'm Mariam Ganavijaya. Well, tomorrow is an important day for all the 5th graders and their parents. It's the Grade 5 scholarship examination. Your parents have dedicated considerable effort and support to help you prepare for this important moment. As you sit for the exam, we hope you approach it with confidence and perform to the best of your abilities. Remember, your hard work and preparation have brought you here, and we believe in your success. Well, with that, we take a look at the stories making headlines tonight. Official polling card distribution ends today. Instructions issued for those without polling cards.
කිසිදු ගැටලුවක් නැහැ ඔබට 21 වෙනිදා ඔබගේ හැඳුනුම්පත රැගෙන ඡන්ද මධ්‍යස්ථට ගියාන් පස්සේ අදාළ ඡන්ද මධ්‍යස්ථ ඔබට ඡන්දය සලකුණු කිරීමේ හැකියාව තියෙනවා.
Ranil ready for debate with Anura Kumara, but no formal invitation yet.
හිටපු ඇමති අනුර කුමාර දිසානායක මැතිතුමා මම විවාදයකට මට එන්න කිව්වා මම එකඟ වුණා මට ආරාධනාවක්. ඒ කියන්නේ මේවට පිළිතුරු දෙන්න බෑ.
Anura Kumara promises national unity under his administration in Anuradhapura.
මේ ජයග්‍රහණ අපි හරියට ගමු අනකාට නියතුඩකින්වත් හානි වෙන්න දෙන්නේ නැතුව ජයග්‍රහණ සමරන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා අත්දැකීමකුත් ඕන මේ රටට.
Ranil Anura Alliance opposes new development era, Sajid tells Ratnapura rally.
දේශපාලන ජෝඩුවට ඕන තරම් ඩීල් දාගන්න මගේ ඩීල් එක තියෙන්නේ රටේ ලක්ෂ 220ක් ජනතාව සෞභාග්‍ය සම්පන්න කිරීමයි කියන එක මම මේ අවස්ථාවේ කියන්න කැමතියි.
Nama promises to end political crossovers, make statement in front of former President Mahinda.
සලුන්දර අරින්නද වහන්නද?
Education Minister urges to avoid disrupting scholarship exam with political campaigns.
කිසිදු දේශපාලන කටයුත්තක් කරන්න එපා. හෙට විභාගයේ සාර්ථක පවත්වන්න සියලු දේශපාලන පක්ෂවල සහයෝගය ලබා දෙන්න.
Sri Lanka decides.
Independent presidential candidate Ranil Wickremesinghe has warned that reducing taxes as proposed by Anurukumar Dissanayake and Sajid Premadasa could lead to a collapse of the country's economy. He expressed his willingness to engage in a debate with Anurukumar Dissanayake but has yet to receive an official invitation. Another rally, a part of the Puluang Sri Lanka series of rallies, was held in Jaffna today in support of independent presidential candidate Ranil Wickremesinghe.
මගේ පළවෙනි පරමාර්ථය ජීවන බර සැහැල්ලු කරන්න. දල ජාතික නිෂ්පාදනය වැඩි වෙන්න තමන්.
My primary objective is to reduce the cost of living. With the increasing GDP, we can afford to lower taxes. Given our improved foreign reserves, I'm now permitting vehicle imports. The economy is strengthening, and in 3 to 4 years, we will be robust. While Anurukumar Dissanayake and other ministers advocate for tax cuts, I am also open to this idea. However, such reductions could jeopardize our current progress, potentially causing a setback to the economic conditions we faced in May and June of 2022. This is why I am here to present the truth. Our immediate focus should be on developing the country and addressing issues in the north. My manifesto includes empowering provincial councils with their rightful powers and establishing a Truth and Reconciliation Commission. According to the Nawaz Commission, we must resolve missing person cases thoroughly and aim to conclude them within the next 5 years. We must also address issues faced by the Tamil community, particularly Tamil women, and pass the Women Empowerment Act. Resolving political issues is crucial, but not sufficient on its own. I am committed to protecting our fishermen. Former Minister Anurukumar Dissanayake has requested a debate, which I have agreed to, but I have yet to receive an invitation. This suggests that he may not be prepared to address the questions. As for former Minister Sajid Premadasa, I have no significant remarks about him, as I am familiar with his tendency to make unrealistic promises. On the 21st of September, I urge you to vote for the gas cylinder. Failure to do so could mean a shortage of gas and dire consequences for Jaffna.
එතනින් ඔබේ විසඳුම් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒකයි අනාගතයක් දෙන්න මම ඇවිල්ලා ඉන්නේ. සැප්තැම්බර් 21 වෙනිදා මතක තියාගන්න ගෑස් සිලින්ඩරේ ළඟින් කතරේ ගහන්න. එහෙම නැකෙරුවොත් ගෑස් උත් නැහැ යාපනයේ.
Meanwhile, presidential candidate Sajid Premadasa of the Samagi Jana Balawegya says that despite any interactions he may have had with Ranil Wickremesinghe, his primary focus and commitment remains solely on addressing the needs and concerns of the people of the country. Another rally of the Samagi Jana Balawegya held in support of presidential candidate Sajid Premadasa was held in Bandaravilla today. The rally was presided over by Sajid Premadasa.
Ranil Wickremesinghe Anura Kumara Disanayaka Samdanayata Rata Bara Denada Ese Namatilam Rata Godanagana Rata Dilanana Pudijana Damanata Dura Patana Jayagrahane Karanada Kina Tindu Anu Bidri Tibino Ada Ranil Wickremesinghe Anura Kumara Disanayaka Loku deal Gatala
Do you want to hand over the country to the Ranil Anura alliance, or else do you want to make the telephone symbol which will ensure a win for the people win the election? By now there is a big dealing between Ranil Wickremesinghe and Anura Kumar Disanayaka. That deal is to defeat Sajid Premadasa. Ranil and Anura can have as many deals as they want between them. However, my only dealing is with the people of the country to build a self-sufficient nation. Before every election, promises are made to the state community that their daily wages will be increased. I promise that the state community and small estate owners will be aided by a government of ours. We will give the 50 kilogram fertilizer bundle at 5,000 rupees. We will not stop here. We will also ensure that a fair price is paid for your harvest. Our government will also take a step towards digitalizing agriculture. We will establish factories in all 15 divisions of the 9 electorates and build a development era as envisioned by Ranasinghe Premadasa. There are 25 districts in this country. Every election, a new president is elected and they will go live in their mansions. We will establish 25 presidential task forces with one for each district. Same goes for the Badula district. The developments and progress of all 9 electorates will be monitored by the president himself. We will enrich your lifestyle and ensure that religious, ethnic and racial divisions are no more.
ඔබට ප්‍රකාශ කරමින් බදුළු දිස්ත්‍රික් ජනතාවට ජය වේවා දුරකථනයට ජය වේවා සමගි ජන බලවේගයට ජය වේවා.
Presidential candidate of the National People's Power Anura Kumar Disanayaka asserts that his administration will fulfill the long-held hope for national unity after the 21st of September, a concern that has persisted among the people of this country for centuries.
A public rally in support of Anura Kumara Disanayaka was held at the Salgado grounds in Anuradhapura.
සැප්තැම්බර් මාසේ 21 වෙනිදා ඡන්දෙදී ගොඩක් අය බලාගෙන ඉන්න ඡන්ද ප්‍රතිඵලය තමයි අනුරාධපුරේ ඡන්ද ප්‍රතිඵලය. මේ අනුරාධපුරෙන් ඓතිහාසික ජයග්‍රහණයක් ජාතික ජනබලවේගයට ගෙනත් දෙන බව හරි පැහැදිලි. ජාතික ජනබලවේගය මේ රටේ ජනතාව.
The election results in Anuradhapura are highly anticipated for the upcoming 21st elections. We have expectations that Anuradhapura will deliver a historic victory for the National People's Power. The National People's Power has already evolved into a significant mass movement among the people. Even now, Ranil Wickremesinghe and Sajid Premadasa are trying to stop this with the attempts to stir social discord in the coming weeks. However, it's important to inform Ranil and Sajid that it is too late now, far too late. Therefore, the victory is unstoppable. Our responsibility is to ensure that it becomes an even greater triumph. They claim we will abolish the 9th article of the Constitution, diminish Buddhism's status and change the national flag. Those are allegations from Sajid Premadasa's group. These are just the same old claims recycled by Ranil Wickremesinghe. I urge Sajid Premadasa to come up with new ideas instead of reusing outdated arguments. The war ended in 2009, and within a few days, by 2015, there were already rumors about Vandakottu and infertile doctors, even claims about infertile clothes. This attack was planned, plotted and executed, further dividing the people. Now for the first time we have the opportunity to build a government that unites all communities, Sinhala, Tamil, Muslim, Burgher and Malay under one flag. We are a movement that respects all religions. Now there are racist camps on both sides, but Sajid is the man. He has Champika and Pahiyangalathera as well as Rishad Badyuddin. Tilanga Sumatipala and Arjuna Ranthunga is also with him. In contrast, the National People's Power is dedicated to delivering the same message of unity to Tamil, Sinhalese and Muslim communities across the country. After the 21st of September, our government will work to fulfill the country's long-standing wish for national unity and end the violence that has plagued us. They are trying to implement various conspiracies. Stay calm and avoid any violence. Maintain maximum peace. Don't even cross the road without using a crossing line. Stay cautious and peaceful. Let's secure this victory right. After our victory, let's introduce a new culture to this country, one that shows how to win and celebrate respectfully. We need to teach the nation how to honor democracy, support different political movements and achieve success without harming others. The National People's Power is committed to bringing about this positive change.
කොහොමද දිනලා ජයග්‍රහණය සමරන්න කියලා අනේකාට නියතුඩකින්වත් හානි වෙන්න දෙන්නේ නැතුව අනේකාගේ ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදී අයිතිය ගරු කරමින් අනේකාගේ දේශපාලන ව්‍යාපාරයකට වැඩ කරන්න තියෙන අයිතිය ගරු කරමින් ජයග්‍රහණ සමරන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා අත්දැකීමකුත් ඕන මේ රටට අන්න ඒ වෙනස ඇති කරලා දෙන්නේ ජාතික ජනබලවේගයේ ආණ්ඩුවක් තමයි.
Veteran actor Kamaladda Arachi also attended the rally.
මේ පාර සැබෑ වෙනසක් ඇති නොවුනොත්
thousands of people who have ignited countless hopes are wishing for a better tomorrow. Tomorrow you will achieve the revolution by your vote that has not been possible previously. This victory is unstoppable. Urging you all to vote for him is almost self-evident. If we don't see real change this time, we risk losing our way. Can those currently in power deliver that change? I ask whether those who have been in power for so long have actually accomplished anything. We will go on this journey with a very well-intentioned and intelligent group to build a very prosperous country for us. Make Anura Kumara Dissanayake the president of the country and demonstrate the victory of this country and the strength of the people. I wish you a bright future.
Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna presidential candidate Namal Rajapaksa pledged that he will put an end to political crossovers. He made this statement at a rally in Ampara today.
Another rally in support of SLPP presidential candidate Namal Rajapaksa was held in Ampara today.
I believe that we need to form new laws through parliament to put an end to party crossovers. I don't think Mahinda Rajapaksa will disagree with me about the saloon door policy. Should we leave the saloon door open or shut? Let's bring new laws concerning this matter. I must say that under government of mine, we will draft legislations to put an end to political party crossovers. They say that they are coming to catch the thieves. Do not go to experiment this time. Do not put the country at risk. Those who went with the trends last time can still join us. They can join the SLPP's Namal Rajapaksa to develop the country. I guarantee you that Namal Rajapaksa can maintain the trust the people of this country had in me.
A public rally organized in support of Field Marshal Sarath Fonseca, independent presidential candidate, was also held in Ragama today.
Corruption, fraud and misuse of state sector employees and politicians must be stopped. I will eradicate corruption, fraud and abuse within a year. We must take action and provide leadership. We have a capability to do this. We will ensure justice for the Easter Sunday attack victims in that time frame. I am confident it can be done. We will enforce the law and hold accountable those who need to be, with no room for trafficking or deals.
Sri Lanka decides.
A Pirit chanting ceremony for Sarvajana Bales Dilit Jayavira was held in Hikkaduwa.
The constitution clearly states Buddhism should be given priority. This means that Buddhism is a fundamental aspect of our leading civilization as acknowledged in the constitution itself. It represents the essence of the civilization. Therefore, if this is removed, no country can develop or even exist without its core civilization.
Sri Lanka decides.
Independent presidential candidate Roshan Ranasinghe convened a media briefing today in Dambulla.
The president is making one promise after another. Yesterday he said that a cabinet paper will be put forward to lift the vehicle import restrictions on February. How can he decide on that or the state sector employees' salaries in January? He should be in power to do either of them. They will send him home in the upcoming election.
Commissioner General of Elections Samantri Ratnayaka spoke about the presidential election preparations at a media briefing held today.
ඔබගේ නිල ඡන්දයන් පැත් නොලැබෙන තිබුණොත් ඔබට පුළුවන් ඔබට අදාළ ප්‍රදේශයේ ප්‍රතිපල කාර්යාලයට ගිහිල්ලා තමන්ගේ නිල ඡන්දයන් පැත් ලබා ගන්න. ඒ වගේම තමයි යම් ලෙස එකකින් ඔබට නිල ඡන්දයන් පැත් ලබා ගැනීමේ හැකියාවක් නොලැබුණහත් කිසිදු ගැටලුවක් නැහැ. ඔබට 21 වෙනිදා ඔබගේ හැඳුනුම්පත රැගෙන ඡන්ද මධ්‍යස්ථානට ගියාන් පස්සේ අදාළ ඡන්ද මධ්‍යස්ථානයේ ඔබට ඡන්දය සලකුණු කිරීමේ හැකියාව තියෙනවා.
With the presidential election just a week away, candidates are coming up with a range of promises on the political stage. But what are people truly hoping for from the next president? Newsfirst reached out to people across Sri Lanka to ask them their hopes and expectations. And here's a look at what we found.
Although Sri Lanka comprises 25 administrative districts, it is divided into 22 electorates. During presidential elections, these 22 electorates function as a single voting unit. As we prepare to elect leadership for the next 5 years, will the presidential candidates' platforms address the public's expectations? Do the people's demands differ from province to province and district to district? Newsfirst looked into this issue. This is what the people of Point Pedro in Jaffna had to say.
யுத்தத்தால் காணாமலாக்கப்பட்டவர்கள் தொடர்பான பிரச்சனைக்கு தீர்வு காண வேண்டிய பொறுப்பு புதிய ஜனாதிபதிக்கு இருக்கிறது.
இங்கே எங்களுடைய பிரதேசங்களிலே கடல் வளங்கள் மூலம் கடல் தொழில் சரியான முறையிலே செய்ய முடியாத நிலை இருக்கிறது. யார் வெற்றி பெற்றாலும் தொடர்ச்சியாக அவர்கள் தமிழ் மக்களுடைய பிரச்சனைகளை தீர்ப்பதற்கு முன்வர வேண்டும்.
We also spoke to a few members of the Sinhala community in another area of Jaffna. This is what they had to say.
මේ ගමේ ගොඩක් අය මෙහෙ රැඳෙන්නේ නැති හේතුවත් ඉස්කෝලයක් නැති ප්‍රශ්නේ තමයි. ඉතින් සිංහල මාධ්‍ය ඇත්තටම ප්‍රයිමරි ස්කූල් එකක් හරි තියෙනවා නම් ගොඩාක් හොඳයි.
අපිට දැන් ඕනේ ප්‍රශ්නේ වතුර ඉස්කෝල.
Anuradhapura is predominantly an agricultural district. Here are the demands of the people of the Anuradhapura district.
ගොඩාක් හිටපු නායකයෝ ගොවියන්ව රැවට්ටුවා. ගොවියා ගැන හිතන, ගොවියාගේ දුක හඳුනන නායකයෙක් රටට එනවා නම් හොඳයි කියලා මම විශ්වාස කරනවා.
පොහොර ටික සාධාරණ මිලකට දෙන්න පුළුවන්, හරියට වෙලාවට දෙන්න පුළුවන්. ගොවියා නැති කරන්නේ නැති ජනාධිපති ක්‍රේණියක් ඉන්නවා නම් තමයි අපිට ආදී රටට.
The Puttalam district, where agriculture is the primary livelihood, is also home to a fishing community.
බඩු අඩු කරලා දෙන්න අපිට හොයාගෙන කාගෙන හරි ඉන්න නේද? අපේ රටේ කුඩු නැති කරන හොඳ නායකයෙක් අපිට පත් කරලා දුන්නොත් එච්චර තමයි ඕනේ. අම්මලා කඳුළු නිමලා දුන්නොත් ඇති. ළමයිට හොඳ රටක් තමයි ඉතින් අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ.
අපිට තෙල් මිල අඩු කරන්න ඕන. මාළු ගණන් යන්න ඕන. ඉවරව ජීවත් වෙන්න ඕන.
බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ ගෑනුන්ට නිදහස.
රට ටික ස්ථාවර තත්ත්වයට ගෙනත් දුන්නොත් ඒ මේ වගේ බඩු මිල අඩුවට හම්බ වෙනවා නම් කොයි ආණ්ඩුවක් කමන්න.
The Matale district in the central province is home to both farmers and business communities. Here are the expectations of the people in Dambulla.
Diesel petrol අඩු කරලා gas අඩු කරලා මහ ජනතාවට ඊටාම සහන දෙන රජයට බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ.
මිනිසුන්ට යහතින් ජීවත් වෙන්න මාර්ගයක් හදලා දෙනවා හරිද?
මනේ ඉතින් අපේ ළමයිට හොඳ
අනාගතයක් තමයි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ.
මිනිස්සු අසරණලා ඉන්නේ හැම පැත්තෙම. ඒක නිසා මිනිස් ගොවියටයි සාමාන්‍ය ජනතාවට සේවයක් වෙන්න ඕන රටේ.
අපිට සහන ආධාර මොනවත් එපා බඩු ලාභ කරන්න තමයි ඕනේ.
කවුරු ජනාධිපතිගෙක් පත් වුණත් වෙළඳ ව්‍යාපාර කටයුතු හොඳට සිද්ධ වෙන්න ඕනේ.
Hatton, which has a significant estate worker community, has not yet seen success in addressing their daily wage demands. Here are their expectations.
நாங்க வந்து பசியும் பட்டினி இல்லாம நல்லா இருக்கணும். நாடும் கடன்ல இருக்க கூடாது, நாங்களும் கடன்ல இருக்க கூடாது. பெட்ரோல் விலை குறைக்கணும், சாமான் விலை குறைக்கணும். எங்களுக்கு அதை செஞ்சு கொடுத்தா போதும்.
படிச்ச மாணவர்களுக்கு கூட ஒரு நல்ல தொழில் வாய்ப்புகள் இல்ல. எல்லா பிரச்சனைகளுமே தீர்த்து வைக்கிற ஒரு ஜனாதிபதியை தான் நாங்க வந்து எதிர்பார்க்கிறோம்.
Digamadula in the eastern province is a region where Sinhala, Tamil and Muslim communities coexist.
මුළු රටේම ජනතාවට තුන් වේල කාලා මිනිස්සුන්ට ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැතුව ජීවත් වෙන්න තියෙන ජාති ආගම් ભેදයක් නැතුව ඒක තමයි ඉතින් බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ.
හරි නිසි ඍජු පරිපාලනයක් එනවද? අන්න ඒක බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ.
මේ පාර බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ රටටත් ජනතාවටත් වග කියන්න පුළුවන් ජනාධිපති කෙනෙක්.
Hambantota, a district continually grappling with the human-elephant conflict, saw the tragic loss of 36 wild elephants and 15 human lives in 2023 alone. Unofficial statistics indicate that in 2024 so far, 5 elephants and 8 people have died. The residents of Hambantota, particularly from Valsapugala, expressed their concerns.
අලි ටිකට ඉන්න භූමියක් හදලා අපේ ජන ජීවිතය හොඳින් යන්න නිදහස අපිට ලබා දෙන්න කියන දේ තමයි අපි කියන්නේ. ගසා කන කොටසක් ඉන්නව රක්ෂිත බදාගෙන ඒ කට්ටියගෙන් ඒ රක්ෂිත ටික නිදහස් කරලා අපිට නිදහසේ ජීවත් වෙන්න පුළුවන් රටක් හදලා දෙන්න කියලා තමයි මම ඉල්ලා සිටින්නේ.
Wanted. A leader. A Sri Lankan with the courage to lead a resplendent nation and her people into an exciting future. A Sri Lankan with intelligence and grace. A leader with a clean heart and a clean record. A leader in love with Sri Lanka. A leader this nation deserves. The presidential election 2024. Sri Lanka, you decide. Newsfirst, we report.
Welcome back. You're watching Primetime News on Newsfirst. Still in local news, views on the cabinet decision to allow vehicle imports were expressed at a media briefing on cabinet decisions today.
permit ටික නැවත සක්‍රිය වෙනවද?
ඔව් ඒ රජයේ සේවකයන් අනිත් අයට ලබා දුන් මේ බලපත්‍ර වළංගුනේ අවලංගු කරලා නැහැ. ඒක නිසා දැන් තිබුණ ප්‍රශ්නේ තමයි ආනයනයේ තහනන් නිසා ගෙන්නන්න බැරිකම. දැන් ආනයනයේ තහන ඉවත් කළාම ඒ බලපත්‍රලාභීන්ට තමන්ගේ බලපත්‍රය අනුව වාහන ආනයනය කරන්න පුළුවන්.
අනිත් එක තමයි ඇමැතිතුමනි දැන් මේ IMF කිවිසුමේ සඳහන් වෙනවා නේද? උපයන විට අයකම් ලබන ආදායම සම්බන්ධව කිවිසුමේ සඳහන් වෙනවා මේක අඩු කරන්න හැකියාවකුත් නෑ නේද 2027 වෙනකම්.
නෑ. එහෙම හැකියාවක් නැත්තේ නෑ.
ජාත්‍යන්තර මුල්‍ය අරමුදලත් එක්ක ඇති කරගත්ත ජූනි මාසයේ ඇති කරගත්ත සංශෝධිත ගිවිසුමේ සඳහන් වෙනවා 30 වෙනි ඡේදයේ මින් ඉදිරියට වාහන ගෙනන ඉඩ දෙනකොට කිසිම පුද්ගලයෙකුට මේ තීරුබදු රහිතව නැත්නම් සහනදායී තීරුබදු ක්‍රමයට ඒ අර පර්මිට් එක ලබා දෙන්නේ නැහැ කියලා. අමතුමගේ අහන්න ගන්න කැමති මේ පොරොන්දුව ශ්‍රී ලංකා රජය ඉදිරියට ඉෂ්ට කරනවද නැත්නම් ඒ පිළිබඳ IMF එකත් එක්ක ඒකට ඒක වෙනස් කරන්න කතාව සාකච්ඡා කරලා තියෙනවා.
අවශ්‍යම ගිවිසුම් ප්‍රකාරව දශමිකකින්වත් වෙනස් නොකොට ඒ කොන්දේසි ඉෂ්ට කරනවා. මොකද දැන් අපි වැල්පාලමක ගමන් කරන්නේ අතුරු යනවා වගේ යන්නේ. පීතල අතුරුපු මාවතක ලංකාව ආණ්ඩු කරණය කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. මේ ගිවිසුම් ප්‍රකාරව එහි සඳහන් කරලා තියෙන හොඳ කරුණක් කාටවත් නිදහස් ප්‍රවේශ පත්‍රය යටතේ ඇමතිවරුන්ට මන්ත්‍රීවරුන්ට කාටවත් වාහන ආනයනය කරන්න බෑ. කිසියම් බදු ප්‍රතිශතයක් අනිවාර්යෙන් ඇතුල් කරන්න ඕනේ කියන ගිවිසුම.
The National People's Power convened a media briefing to express its views on the current government's actions.
කැබිනට් එක අනුමත කරයි කියලා වාහන ආනයනය සීළු මාර්ගයේ වාහන ආනයනය 2025 අප්‍රේල් ඉඳලා ලිහිල් කරනවා කියලා. දැන් ඒක කලබල වෙන්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. ඒගොල්ලන් මේ කැබිනට් එකෙන් 2025
The cabinet has decided to lift all types of vehicle import restrictions from 2025. There is no need to worry about this now, as they can't make decisions about 2025 in this cabinet. Ranil Wickremesinghe is making many mistakes and false statements. He claims that our policy statements indicate that our free trade agreements will be abolished. We have addressed this on page 151 of our manifesto. Our main goal is to enhance our international international trade sector. I don't know what he's talking about. Perhaps he has misunderstood something. He also claims that the National People Power budget is 8 trillion. Ranil Wickremesinghe seems to have a special ability to manipulate information. Since the release of our manifesto, he has been attempting to undermine this budget. This is a deviation from the correct path. The government may next create unnecessary hysteria within the country and fabricate narratives. This fear can be illustrated through certain events. This week, we are witnessing unprecedented levels of lies, deceit and propaganda. People must be extremely cautious and work diligently to counter these tactics and protect themselves.
මේ සතිය ඇතුළතදී අපි කවරදාකවත් දැකලා නැති ආකාරයේ බොරු මුසා අවලාද සහ මේ ප්‍රචණ්ඩ ක්‍රියාවලට පෙළඹීම එන්න පුළුවන්. ඔබ ඉතාමත්ම සාවධානව අවධානයෙන් හික්මුණු පුරවැසියන් විදියට මේ ජයග්‍රහණය ලබා ගන්න වැඩ කටයුතු කරන්න ඒවට මුලා වෙන්න එපයි කියලා අපි කියනවා.
The United National Party had this to say at a media briefing in Colombo today.
We either continue down the path we're on, which has seen Sri Lanka emerge from the crisis 2 years ago and ensure stability in the country, or we go down an experimental path that will be led by inexperienced individuals who have built a campaign based on empty promises. Both Anurukumar Dissanayake and Sajid Premadasa have gone around the country making empty promises to the public in the hope that they can sway votes their way. Just yesterday, Anurukumar Dissanayake has promised that he's going to halt the rice imports, allowing the tourism sector to import rice. The last time such an import ban was imposed was by President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. That resulted in food shortages around the country. We saw what happened last time, and we're going to see it again this time. When the president took over in 2022, his first step was to ensure the economic recovery, which he did. He has now moved into stabilizing the situation, which has also taken place. And now we are on the path of growth. Just yesterday, the news came out that Sri Lanka has recorded a 4.5% economic growth for the second quarter of this year. That's 4 consecutive quarters of GDP growth. Previously, we had 6 consecutive quarters of negative growth. So we are on the right path. The president's policies are clearly paying dividends. In 2022, Sajid Premadasa did not run away from the responsibilities that were handed to him, not once, but twice. He first turned down President Gotabaya Rajapaksa's invitation to take over the government, but then also at the parliamentary election to vote in the president of the country, he first put his name forward and then withdrew it and extended support to Dala Salah Peruma. Sajid Premadasa did that because he recognized he could not win that election. Do not waste your vote on Sajid Premadasa.
Minister of Education Dr. Susil Premajanta says that the new school term will begin on the 20th of January 2025. In a media briefing today, he said that the results of the GCE ordinary level examination will also be released within the next 2 weeks. He also added that the advanced level examination for this year is scheduled to begin on the 25th of November.
The preparations for the grade 5 scholarships are in place. I request all the political parties to not host any political activities during school hours. The success of a well-conducted exam relies on all political parties.
In some international news, 3 U.S. citizens on trial for their role in a failed coup in the Democratic Republic of Congo were sentenced to death by a military court.
Armed men briefly occupied an office of the presidency in the capital Kinshasa on the 19th of May before their leader, US-based Congolese politician, was killed by security forces. His son was among the Americans on trial, along with Marcel's friend. Both are in their 20s. The third American was a business associate of Christian Malanga. All 3 were found guilty of criminal conspiracy, terrorism and other charges and sentenced to death in a ruling read out on live TV. The son had previously told the court that his father had threatened to kill him unless he participated. He also told the court it was his first time visiting Congo at the invitation of his father, whom he hadn't seen in years. The Americans are among around 50 people, including US, British, Canadian, Belgian and Congolese citizens standing trial following the failed coup.
And the new sports news update tonight. Royal College Colombo clinched the Michael Gunaratne Memorial Trophy for the 41st time by emerging victorious in the annual rugby encounter against St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia.
Rugby rivals Royal College Colombo and St. Thomas's College Mount Lavinia battled for the prestigious Michael Gunaratna Memorial Trophy today at the Havelock Park in Colombo. In the first half, St. Thomas's College led with 17 points from 2 tries, 2 conversions and a penalty, while Royal College Colombo scored 12 points. In the second half, Royal College Colombo turned the game around, adding 14 points with 2 tries and 2 conversions. St. Thomas's College managed just 1 penalty kick in this period. The final score was Royal College Colombo 26, St. Thomas's Colombo 20.
The Sri Lankan team that secured the runner-up position at the 2024 South Asian Junior Athletics Championship returned to Sri Lanka today. The 2024 South Asian Junior Athletics Championship took place in India from the 11th to the 13th of September. The Sri Lankan team secured the runner-up title by winning a total of 35 medals, including 9 gold, 9 silver and 17 bronze. The overall championship was claimed by the host country, India. A large crowd, including officials from the Sri Lanka Athletics Association and the athletes' families, gathered today to welcome the team back to the country. And that's a wrap of your news for tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. Good night and take care.